So now this whole fat shaming thing that started the whole argument from Ryan came from this guy, the husband. So he freaks out. Shame on this dude. Shame on this dude.
What I'm thinking is, what Brian Friedman is going to say is, so you were upset that you say your wife was harassed? And he's going to say yes. And he's going to say, yet.
The perfect Hollywood marriage crumbles. Ryan Reynolds reportedly at his breaking point. Hollywood's golden couple is on the rocks. Sources close to Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively reveal that their picture-perfect marriage may be the latest casualty in Blake's escalating PR nightmare. The Deadpool star, known for his charm and self-deprecating humor, has reportedly reached his limit. Ryan's been distancing himself, an insider shares. He's spending more time on solo projects and with the kids, away from the media hurricane Blake created. For years, they've been relationship goals. The playful Instagram banter, the coordinated red carpet appearances, the seemingly unshakable support. But behind closed doors, a very different story is unfolding.
A few weeks before filming began, and less than 4 months after Miss Lively had given birth, Miss Lively was humiliated to learn that Mr. Baldoni secretly called her fitness trainer without her knowledge or permission and implied that he wanted her to lose weight in 2 weeks. Mr. Baldoni told the trainer that he had asked because he was concerned about having to pick Miss Lively up in a scene for the movie, but there was no such scene.
Friends of the couple suggest Reynolds is seriously weighing his options after watching his wife's public image disintegrate. And who could blame him? His own brand, built on authenticity and relatability, stands in stark contrast to the calculating image Blake's recent actions have revealed. But what exactly pushed this marriage to the brink? It all started with a bombshell article that changed everything. The article that sparked a Hollywood war. December the 2024, the New York Times drops, "We can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear machine," a scathing expose that painted Blake Lively as the victim of a sinister Hollywood conspiracy. The article detailed alleged misconduct on the set of It Ends With Us and claimed Blake suffered a targeted smear campaign orchestrated by her co-star Justin Baldoni and his team. It was compelling, emotional, and perfectly aligned with Blake's carefully cultivated good girl image. But something was missing from that article, a crucial detail buried beneath layers of carefully worded journalism. Neither the Times nor Blake ever mentioned that she was directly interviewed for the piece.
She was humiliated to learn that Mr. Baldoni secretly called her fitness trainer without her knowledge or permission, and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Well, then why did you introduce him to him, your friend's celebrity trainer, who would later become Baldoni's trainer as well?
For months after publication, when questioned about her involvement, Blake maintained the same story. They figured it out themselves. I never spoke to them. She rode this narrative like a champion surfer, using the wave of public sympathy to shield herself from criticism. Meanwhile, Baldoni's reputation was drowning, labeled as controlling, predatory, and toxic based on allegations that gained credibility through that Times article. The twist no one saw coming. Fast forward to yesterday's courtroom drama. Under oath and with all eyes watching, Blake Lively's perfect facade cracked like glass under pressure. "Actually, I did give them an interview," she confessed. 5 simple words that demolished months of denials. The courtroom fell silent, the kind of silence that follows when a magician accidentally reveals how the trick works. This wasn't just a minor slip-up or a forgotten detail. This was the star who had repeatedly, emphatically denied any direct involvement with the article that torpedoed her co-star's reputation.
Baldoni and the trainer start collaborating with the trainer, delivering his workout program on the 22nd. "Hey, blank, I think I know who this is. Justin Baldoni here, new friend of Blake's. We are working together on a film. I'll be headed your way for the first week of March for 4 months. Great to meet you, Justin. Happy to discuss. Let's jump on a call."
So what went wrong? Here are the 3 lies that destroyed Blake's credibility. First, claiming she never spoke to the Times when she did. Second, positioning herself as a reluctant victim by saying, "I never had any intention of going public." Third, framing Baldoni as the architect of a smear campaign while allegedly orchestrating one herself. She wanted to play the victim. Instead, she cast herself as the villain and nailed the role. The smoking gun timeline. Want proof this wasn't just a misunderstanding? Follow the money, or in this case, the dates. August 2024, negative articles about Baldoni begin appearing. September 2024, Melissa Nathan, Baldoni's crisis PR expert, is hired. 9 days after the negative press began, November 2024, Blake files her lawsuit claiming Baldoni leaked confidential information. December the 2024, the New York Times article drops. June 2025, Blake finally admits she was interviewed for the article. Industry insiders are puzzled by one glaring omission in Blake's lawsuit. Despite public claims about misconduct and harassment, her legal complaint reportedly contained almost no details about these allegations. Instead, it focused almost entirely on claims that Baldoni damaged her reputation.
This changes the context tremendously. Now, in her complaint as well, I just want to make sure we put it all out there. As they say here, later text messages, Mr. Baldoni referred to Miss Lively's trainer as a damn spy and sought to plant stories to portray his concerns as being motivated by his lower back pain. She fails to mention the most of it. The reason he thought that is because this trainer that Blake Lively, this guy allegedly, who Blake Lively suggested Justin be his trainer, was Ryan and Blake's clear friend.
As one legal expert put it, it's like suing someone for burning down your house, but only mentioning they tracked mud on your carpet. Monday's legal bombshell. Blake's confession wasn't some noble act of transparency. It was panic in its purest form. This Monday, June 23rd, Brian Friedman, the legal powerhouse representing Baldoni, is set to file an amended complaint that sources say will leave no stone unturned. Emails, texts, timelines, all meticulously assembled to tell a very different story than the one Blake's been selling. Insiders with knowledge of the complaint suggest it will directly implicate Blake and Ryan Reynolds in a months-long coordination with the New York Times to smear Baldoni. Blake's sudden confession? Not a coincidence. She saw the tsunami approaching and decided to admit to getting her feet wet before the wave could wash her away completely. This confession wasn't her moment of truth. It was a performance worthy of Sundance, a last-ditch effort to control a narrative spiraling beyond her reach. The Hollywood PR machine exposed. This scandal isn't just about Blake Lively. It's pulled back the curtain on celebrity PR tactics that typically remain hidden from public view.
And like celebrity trainer who was clearly aligned to them. So now this whole fat shaming thing that started the whole argument from Ryan came from this guy, this trainer who's clearly closer to them and wants them and showing them off, pinning them all over his Instagram to get other celebrities so he can get more people to join his gym or whatever.
What we're witnessing is unprecedented, explains a veteran entertainment journalist who requested anonymity. Usually these campaigns happen quietly, behind closed doors, but Blake's tactics were so aggressive they couldn't stay hidden. The digital age has changed the game. When Blake allegedly began her campaign against Baldoni, she couldn't have anticipated how quickly the truth would surface. Social media, particularly platforms like Book Talk where Colleen Hoover's readers gather, became unexpected battlegrounds where fans demanded transparency. When Blake hosted a premiere party in December with themed cocktails named after characters from a domestic violence story, including the abuser, the backlash was swift and merciless. Book fans revolted, domestic violence advocates spoke out, and the disconnect between Blake's public image and her actions became impossible to ignore. This could fundamentally change how Hollywood handles accusations. Our source continues. Studios will be far more cautious about taking sides before they have all the facts. The death of America's sweetheart. Blake Lively built an empire on being likable. The flowing blonde hair, the fashion sense, the seemingly perfect family, the girl next door charm despite her obvious beauty. For years, this carefully constructed persona has sheltered her from criticism. That protection has evaporated like morning dew. Her credibility lies in tatters, shredded by her own contradictions.
This is where it all came from? Through hearsay, through that? And then just to focus a second, again, allegedly, if this guy is the one who did it, and you're telling me your client now, Justin, who's become your training, is talking to you about concerns or whatever. Who knows how he asked it, or if he was just brought it up in passing, like, oh man, I got this big lifting scene that I got to do, and I don't know how much she weighs. Like, can I lift that much?
The woman who positioned herself as a feminist icon and champion of truth has been exposed orchestrating what appears to be an elaborate smear campaign. The industry is watching. Projects that would have flocked to her door are now reportedly hesitating. Brand partnerships are being quietly reevaluated. Blake Lively had it all: fame, fortune, family, and fans. Now she stands to lose everything because she couldn't resist playing both victim and puppet master. Even her Betty Boo's brand is facing scrutiny after the tone-deaf promotion during a film about domestic violence. Blake managed to alienate an entire fan base in record time, turning a guaranteed blockbuster into a PR minefield. What happens next? As Ryan reportedly contemplates his exit strategy and Brian Friedman prepares to drop his legal bombshell on Monday, Blake Lively finds herself in uncharted territory, a place where her charm can't save her and her power can't protect her. The question isn't whether Blake can recover from this. The question is whether Hollywood will ever trust her again. In an industry built on illusion, the greatest sin isn't being difficult or demanding. It's being exposed as a fraud. Blake wanted to be seen as the dragon-slaying heroine. Instead, she may go down in Hollywood history as the cautionary tale they tell young stars about the dangers of believing your own myths. Stay tuned. This drama is far from over, and Monday's revelations promise to be the most explosive chapter yet.